Unlock the secrets to strategic dominance. Discover how to control every encounter, turning your opponent's strengths into their weaknesses. Welcome back to our Aura Audio summary of weak points and strong. In our last episode, we explored attack by stratagem. Today, in episode 3, we delve into the profound strategies of weak points and strong, revealing how to dominate any situation by understanding where to strike and where to defend. Have you ever wondered how to gain an insurmountable advantage? Even when the odds seem stacked against you, it's about more than brute force. True strategic mastery lies in shaping your opponent's perception. You make them see what you want them to see. This isn't about outright lies. It's about carefully crafted appearances. By feigning weakness, you can lure an overconfident rival into a trap. By projecting strength, you can deter a cautious adversary from even approaching. It's about controlling the narrative. It's about dictating their next move before they even realize it. This strategic misdirection allows you to conserve your true resources. You hold them until the decisive moment. Consider the legendary tale of Sun Tzu, a brilliant strategist from ancient China. He faced a numerically superior enemy, General Pang Chuan. Sun Tzu knew a direct confrontation was suicide. Instead, he employed a masterful deception. As his army retreated into Wei territory, he ordered his troops to light 100,000 campfires on the first night. The next night, only 50,000. The night after, a mere 20,000. Pang Chuan observed the dwindling fires. He concluded that the Qi army was deserting in droves. Their numbers were halved by fear. "These Qi men are cowards," he scoffed. He pressed his pursuit with reckless abandon. Sun Tzu, however, had anticipated this exact reaction. He led Pang Chuan's exhausted forces into a narrow defile. This choke point he knew they'd reach after dark. There, he had a tree stripped of its bark. He inscribed a chilling prophecy. "Under this tree shall Pang Chuan die." As darkness fell, archers lay in ambush. When Pang Chuan arrived, he lit a torch to read the ominous message. That light became his undoing. A volley of arrows riddled his body. This wasn't just a battle. It was a psychological operation. It was won before the first arrow flew. The lesson? Manipulate perception, and you control destiny. Pause for a moment. Think about a time you misjudged a situation. Perhaps it was due to incomplete or manipulated information. How did that impact your decisions? Now, imagine applying this principle proactively. What if your team could achieve something far greater than the sum of its individual talents? It's not just about star players. It's about synergy. The clever combatant understands true power. It isn't derived from demanding perfection from every individual. Instead, it's about harnessing the collective energy. It's the unified force of the group. This is the concept of combined energy. It's about aligning diverse capabilities towards a single, overwhelming objective. When individuals work in concert, their combined efforts create an unstoppable momentum. Think of it like a natural force. A single pebble is harmless, but a landslide, a torrent of pebbles and boulders, can reshape a landscape. This principle allows you to achieve monumental results. You can do it with seemingly modest resources. Building this kind of combined energy is like constructing a magnificent arch bridge. Each stone is vital, but its true strength comes from how it interlocks with every other stone. It distributes weight and creates an unbreakable structure. Remove one and the whole system is weakened. Consider the phenomenon of swarm intelligence in nature. Think of a murmuration of starlings. No single bird directs the flock. Each bird follows simple rules. Stay close to neighbors. Avoid collisions. Move in the average direction of neighbors. Yet, from these simple individual actions, an incredibly complex, agile, and unified organism emerges. In the business world, this translates to a highly effective cross-functional team. Imagine a tech startup developing a groundbreaking app. The individual engineers are brilliant. The designers are visionary. The marketers are persuasive. But their true strength emerges when they operate as a single unit. They communicate seamlessly. They anticipate each other's needs. They adapt rapidly. The engineers aren't just coding. They're building with user experience in mind. The The designers aren't just creating visuals. They're ensuring technical feasibility. This collective momentum, this combined energy, allows them to out-innovate larger, more siloed competitors. Their speed of execution, their unified vision, becomes their competitive edge. It's like a round stone rolling effortlessly down a steep incline. This isn't just a military principle. It's a blueprint for organizational excellence. In today's complex business environment, silo departments and individual heroes are often outmaneuvered by agile, integrated teams. Companies that foster a culture of shared purpose unlock this combined energy. Every individual understands how their contribution feeds into the larger mission. They become more resilient. They become more innovative. They adapt to change at a speed that leaves fragmented organizations behind. It's the difference between a collection of talented musicians playing separate tunes and a symphony orchestra performing a masterpiece. Both have talent. Only one creates a unified, powerful experience. Are you constantly reacting to external pressures? Or are you dictating the terms of engagement? The most successful leaders control the narrative. The master strategist doesn't wait for things to happen. They make things happen. They are first in the field. They set the pace and the agenda. This means proactively identifying opportunities. It means anticipating challenges. Then, acting decisively to impose your objectives on the situation. When you impose your will, you force your competitors or your challenges to react to your moves. They are always a step behind. They're always playing catch-up. They are always arriving exhausted to the battle you've already defined. This proactive mindset shifts you from a defensive posture to an offensive one. It gives you an inherent energy advantage. This proactive approach isn't just about being faster. It's about shaping the entire competitive landscape. When you are first to define the problem, first to offer a solution, or first to establish a new standard, you gain an immense strategic advantage. You become the benchmark. Competitors are then forced to measure themselves against you. They react to your innovations. They fight for scraps of the market you haven't already claimed. This is the ultimate form of market leadership. You don't just win battles. You win the war by setting the rules of engagement. Here's a tiny challenge for your week. Identify one area in your professional or personal life where you typically react. Then, strategize one small, proactive step you can take to impose your will instead. Just one step. Where do you strike to guarantee success? It's not always about hitting the hardest. It's about hitting the right place. A skillful combatant ensures victory by attacking only those points that are undefended or inherently weak. Conversely, they ensure their own safety by holding positions that are unassailable. This means a relentless focus on identifying vulnerabilities, whether it's a gap in a competitor's product line, a weakness in their distribution, or even a morale issue within their team. By keeping your own intentions secret, you force your opponent to spread their resources thin. They must defend every possible point. This allows you to concentrate your superior force against their scattered, weaker elements. It creates an overwhelming advantage at the point of impact. It's about being invisible where you don't want to be seen, and irresistible where you choose to strike. Think of it like water. Water doesn't try to smash through a rock face. It finds the cracks, the fissures, the path of least resistance. Over time, that persistent, concentrated flow can carve canyons. Your strategy should be like water. Find the path of least resistance, then apply relentless, focused pressure. This concept of attacking weak points is deeply intertwined with another crucial idea, the divine art of subtlety and secrecy. To be truly effective, you must become invisible to your opponent, inaudible in your intentions. This isn't literal invisibility, of course. It means keeping your true objectives and movements so shrouded in mystery. Your adversary cannot possibly predict your next move. When they don't know what to defend, they must defend everything. And when they defend everything, they defend nothing effectively. This strategic ambiguity forces them into a state of perpetual anxiety and dispersion. Think of a master chess player. They don't reveal their endgame strategy with every move. Instead, they make seemingly innocuous plays. These subtly position their pieces. They create threats on multiple fronts. Their opponent, unable to discern the true target, must spread their defenses. This weakens their overall position. By the time the master's true intention becomes clear, it's often too late. The trap is sprung, the checkmate inevitable. This is the power of holding the enemy's fate in your hands, not through brute force, but through superior information control and strategic concealment. Imagine you're launching a new online course. Your competitors are established, but you've noticed a common complaint in their reviews: lack of personalized support. How could you apply the attacking weak points principle to your launch strategy? How would you make your course irresistible? The ancient texts often speak of energy. In modern strategic thinking, we might equate this to momentum or operational tempo. It's not just about physical strength. It's the psychological and logistical drive that propels your efforts forward. This energy is amplified when you achieve numerical strength at the point of attack. This means you've successfully forced your opponent to disperse their resources. It leaves them vulnerable to your concentrated power. That wraps up this episode. Join us next time as our summary continues.